What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Veteran Patriots Nation. My name is Tim, and today is episode 4 of the Atrius Super Selector updates. But before we get into it, I have a couple channel announcements that I want to get through. First one is being the Atrius Super Selector mini-series that I'm doing. The first video hopefully is going to drop next week. I think I finally have enough submissions, but how this is working is you, the end user, email me. My email is going to be vpnationtim@gmail.com. That email is only for video submissions, not for questions, comments, concerns, troubleshooting, nothing like that. Only your mini-series submission. So email me a video of you shooting your Super Selector on Super Semi mode, just a quick video, as well as the exact components you're using, being the lower receiver, your trigger, your BCG, buffer spring, and buffer weight. Okay, so what I do is compile a bunch of entries all together, your videos, and feature those builds and take all of that information from all of the submissions, compile it into an Excel spreadsheet, and make that open source material free for everyone so that all end users and future end users have something to refer to take some of the confusion out of finding the correct compatibility. Next up is going to be YouTube. Man, YouTube is not very gun friendly. We all know it, but you don't realize it until your channel is monetized. Okay, so I recently, maybe a month ago, monetized my channel, and they do not want to give me the ad revenue that my videos deserve. They're striking down all of the potential for ads being put in my videos. So that means I don't make any money off these videos, even though I'm following the rules and I'm monetized. So to combat that, I need you guys to help support the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and share the video if you want. That's going to help the videos hit the algorithm so more people see it. All right, guys, I hope that you grabbed a beer because I have about 2 pages worth of notes. So this video is going to be about 15 minutes long or something like that. All right, so right off the bat, you guys want a list of orders that have shipped. We've talked about it time and time again. Atrius knows that you guys want that list, but right now there's just too many gaps in the list of orders that have gone out, right? So you may have orders 1 through 520 have shipped, but then the next one that ships is 631, 632, 781, 920, so on and so forth. So instead of having a big long list of all of the order numbers that have shipped, they're waiting till the gaps close so that they don't have to have a list a mile long. They can just say order numbers 1 through 3,000 have shipped. Hopefully here in the next week or 2, maybe 3 weeks, we should start seeing a massive ramp up of orders going out the door. So that's exciting. Okay, so the next products to be released. You guys are asking about the G-Lever and the Ambi a lot. Well, I don't have a specific release date for a G-Lever, the Ambi Selector, or a high shelf AR-10 lower. But what I have been told is that the Ambi and the G-Lever, everybody who's purchased a Selector so far is going to get hooked up some way, some form, somehow with the G-Lever and the Ambi. They're gonna, they already found a way of hooking you guys up with the Ambi aspect. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but they assured me that the Ambi components are going to be sold separately as well. So those of you who already purchased a Selector but you want the G-Lever, you don't have to go out and buy an entirely new Selector with a G-Lever. But I mean, that's really cool. And especially with the broken levers, if you have a broken lever, just hit them up and they'll send you another one for free. While that's a typical warranty, what you don't see other companies doing is hooking people up with free product after they've already ordered because they ordered before the next product was released. Compatibility list. So the compatibility list is a really, really tough one to get out for you guys. Atrius is working on a list through information that they're getting DM'd to them from other end users. And I'm working on a compatibility list as well through the miniseries. So you guys, when you send me your submission, again, I take that information and compile it into an Excel spreadsheet while I'm sharing that information with Atrius as well. Another video that I'd like to do, and it's Atrius related, is I want to link up you YouTube content creators who are making content on the Atrius Super Selector. I want to link up with some of you guys and maybe get on a YouTube live one night and just talk about selectors, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. Talk about everything that we know about the selectors. I think that'd be a really fun video and would be able to push out more info in a really fun formatted video. So if you are a content creator, English is hard. If you are a content creator making Atrius Super Selector content, hit me up either in the comments, DM me, send me an email. I hate saying that because I'm trying to keep my email free for the miniseries updates, but go ahead and shoot me an email anyways if you are a content creator and you want to get a YouTube live going. I don't have a time or date of when I want to get that done. Just whenever it happens, I'll make sure to announce it ahead of time as well so you guys aren't caught by surprise or miss it altogether. All right, next up, there's a YouTuber. I'm not going to say his name. I have his name written down here, but I'm not going to put him on blast or anything because I'm not that kind of guy. But this YouTuber said that the lever is made of cast. He said that his lever broke, which I don't doubt. It is happening. People's levers are breaking. But when his broke, he went on camera and said, look, this is made of cast. It's cheap metal. That's why they're breaking. Well, it is not made out of cast. I made a post here on YouTube and on Instagram showing raw bar stock right off the machine, showing a couple of the cam levers being machined from scratch on a CNC machine. So they are not cast. No part within the Atrius Super Selector is cast whatsoever. It is all machined on a CNC. Okay, so levers breaking. So we have a couple things to talk about with that. Number one, the rate at which they're breaking. So Atrius has about 3,000 selectors out in the wild right now. I'm not saying 3,000 orders have gone out, but because a lot of you guys have ordered more than one, like myself. So there's about 3,000 selectors out there. And from my count and Atrius's count, there's only about 30 levers or so that have broke so far. So if you do the math, that's only a 0.1%, roughly 0.1%. So with those numbers, I don't see any reason for us to freak out about the quality or the metallurgy or the heat treating process of the Super Selector because the numbers are just so small and minute. Of course, they're going to break eventually somewhere down the road, and we're going to talk about why they're breaking, exactly why they're breaking. I did a lot of research, talked to a lot of people, pulled a lot of measurements, so we're going to get into that here in a second. But no, it's not cast, guys. So there's no need to worry about that. And if you hear somebody saying that it's cast, refer them to my Instagram or my YouTube, where I'm showing you guys raw bar stock material right off of a CNC machine. Okay, so why are they breaking? Well, first beer. All right, so this is the culprit as to why your cam levers or lever cams are snapping. So let's talk about it. And grab my handy dandy Spyderco. So this dimension right here, it's going to be on the bottom side on the open end, okay? Not on the bolt end, but on the open end right here on the bottom. You have this area that's kind of swooped like this, right? And it's going to be right here. So with that angle, what's happening is when it's installed in your gun, it reciprocates like this, right? Well, your lever is right here, orientated this way. So what's happening is when you put that lever in the third position, it scoots it all the way over to the right side of the BCG, and it rides right here in this area, okay? Well, with that swoop, what's happening is it's binding on the actual lever. So when it hits it, it's supposed to comes back, it's supposed to roll, okay, to reset that lever. But what's happening is it's binding on the lever, and that's what's causing it to snap. And the pain in the butt part about it is there's no good way to know for sure what the correct dimension or measurement needs to be, because this area here is a non-critical area, a non-critical aspect of the BCG, right? So you should be seeing B-roll right now of two different bolt carrier groups. Both of them work with the Selektor, but if you look in that area, they're drastically different, okay? Because again, it's not a critical aspect, critical area of the BCG. So you're gonna have a million different angles, cuts, shapes, dimensions for that area of the bolt carrier group. So there's no good way to know which one works, which one doesn't, how much material do you need to mill out. I don't have that answer for you yet. As soon as I figure it out, I'll definitely share. But yeah, that's what's going on. And going back to the compatibility, there's the, another aspect that's making the compatibility list so flippin' difficult. Two reasons. One, you could have the same trigger but two different lowers, right? And that lower with that specific trigger isn't gonna work. While that trigger may work in my PSA lower, it may not work in your PSA lower, or it may not work in your BCM or Daniel Defense, Noveski, whatever. Even though it's the same trigger, because you have different angles and cuts within the lower receiver as well. So on top of that, you can have a company like PSA, for example. I'm not bashing on PSA. I don't mind PSA. Yeah, they're a budget friendly option, and I'm more into high end guns. I have PSA guns too. So I'm not bashing on them by any means, but they don't make their own BCGs. They outsource their BCGs. They also don't outsource their BCGs from one specific company, one specific shop, right? So the angle here is not going to be consistent from BCG to BCG across all PSA AR-15s, Chamberlain 5.56 So I can't even tell you that a PSA BCG works. Just because mine works doesn't mean that yours is going to, because that angle could be different. And without using, I can't remember what the machine is called, but it's a machine where you can lay this down. There's lights, lasers, cameras, sensors, all that other stuff to pull the measurements and tell you the exact measurements and angles of everything. I have one of those machines that works, so I'll pull measurements off my HM Defense bolt carrier group, because this one works and it hasn't snapped a lever yet, and I'm several thousand rounds deep into this. But I don't know how much those measurements are actually going to help you out unless you have the same machine, right? And yeah, dude, it's just, there's so much to it. It's such a pain in the butt. So the compatibility list is going to be a nightmare, guys. Oh, one more thing to talk about here. All right, so there's a lot of fake websites out there. I'd say 4, maybe 5 fake websites out there. If you do not know the proper website, I don't want to say it here because I'm not allowed to say or link two-way websites on YouTube. My video will get struck down altogether and just removed off YouTube, so I don't want to do that. But if you guys are curious as to what that proper website is, let me know in the comments below. And I think I will also just make a regular post, not a video, but a regular post here on YouTube and on Instagram, showing what the proper, correct, real website is, so that you guys don't get ripped off. Before any of you guys place the order, if you're not 100% sure, please hit me up, and I will direct you to the correct website. But with that said, guys, if you made it to the end, please consider hitting the like button, share the video, subscribe, leave a comment down below, whether it's a high, a thumbs up, or a middle finger. It doesn't matter, just comment down below anything. That is going to help the video hit the algorithm and push it out so that more viewers and end users can see this video. So I think that's it, guys. Till next time, thanks for watching.